Hey, you ever feel like you're just drowning a bit in shelter med? Trying to do more, always more, with less?
Oh, absolutely. It's the constant reality, isn't it? That pressure to provide amazing care with resources stretched thin.
Yeah. Well, we're diving into something today that might help. It's a preview, really, of a session at PacVet 2025.
Mm-hmm. A session aimed right at that problem, how to leverage your entire team better.
Exactly. It's called Leveraging All Shelter Team Members to Improve Medical Care and Access to Care. We want to give you a taste, make you want to be there.
It's happening June 28th, that's 2025, from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. And it's presented by Dr. Cindi Delany. She really knows her stuff.
Okay, cool. And who's behind it?
It's a collaboration. Shelter Learniverse, Maddie's Million Pet Challenge, Shelter PLs, and the Koret Shelter Medicine Program at UC Davis. So real powerhouses.
Wow, okay, heavy hitters. So the core idea is using the whole team, legally and safely, right, especially in California.
Precisely. How do you empower everyone, RVTs, VAs, other staff within California law, to improve care?
Let's tease some key topics.
Okay, first up, the big one. Legal stuff. Scope of practice.
Right. The session promises to clarify what tasks can actually be delegated under the California Practice Act. Who can do what?
That clarity is needed. Does it get specific?
Very. They'll even talk about the difference between animals in their holding period versus shelter-owned animals.
Oh, how does that change things?
Well, it can impact who can do what legally. It might open doors for, say, veterinary assistance under supervision.
Interesting. So VAs could potentially do more.
That's what they'll explore, especially with things like the VACSPA, the Veterinary Assisted Controlled Substances Permit.
Okay.
But here's something key. They'll point out that some basic, really common tasks,
Like what?
like giving standard vaccines, running basic tests, microchipping, those aren't considered the practice of vet med in California.
Really? That's huge.
Yeah.
But I assume controlled substances permits, that's still covered. Oh, definitely. They'll cover the necessary ground on controlled substance rules and premises permits, too. You need the whole picture.
Okay, so you know the rules. How do you make it work day to day? Practical implementation.
Yeah, that's crucial. The session will talk about using standing protocols, standard orders, treatment charts.
Tools to make it efficient and compliant.
Exactly. And they'll share real examples of how shelters are structuring their workflows. What does supervision look like in practice?
Because having clear written protocols must help, right? Especially when the vet isn't right there, boosts confidence.
Absolutely. And it ties into training RVTs and VAs to spot problems, know when to escalate, flagging abnormalities appropriately.
Which brings us to training. Sounds fundamental.
It really is. The session stresses training everyone in basic medical and behavioral best practices.
Not just the medical staff.
The whole team. Good training reduces mistakes, rework. It takes load off the vets.
And helps catch things earlier. Better outcomes.
For sure. When everyone knows what to look for, issues get flagged sooner. Plus, standardized knowledge helps communication, consistency, even morale.
And it probably helps legally, too, if you're delegating tasks, showing you've trained people properly.
That's a key point. Defensibility.
Is there like a concrete example of this kind of training?
Yes. They'll highlight the Shelter Care Specialist Certification Program, the SCS program.
SCS. Tell me more.
It's a full curriculum covering, everything. Animal care, medical basics, behavior, documentation, decision-making for shelter staff.
Wow, comprehensive.
It really is. And the best part, right now it's free. Maddie's Fund is sponsoring it.
Free. That's amazing. Where can people look that up?
We'll put the links in the notes, but it's tinyurl.com/SCS courses for the courses. And there are links for general info, leader info, staff info, too.
Fantastic resource. Anything else for context?
Yeah. They'll likely mention the Legal Meets Best Practices webinar series, too. LMBP. It's on demand.
For more California legal background.
Exactly. It covers intake, holding periods, community cats, DEA stuff, finder foster, and in general, who can do what. Also a great resource. The link is tinyurl.com/Maddie's Legal Best Practices.
Okay, so lots of resources mentioned, and this all connects back to Shelter Learniverse.
Right. This session content comes from their platform, which has tons of on-demand courses for shelter pros. That's tinyurl.com/Learniverse on demand.
So wrapping up this preview, attending this session at PacVet sounds like a really practical investment.
Absolutely. It's about getting clarity, real tips, actual ideas you can use back at your shelter. optimizing that team effort.
So if you want that clarity, want to feel more confident delegating, want actionable ideas,
Then you really should aim to be at leveraging all shelter team members on June 28th at PacVet.
sounds like time well spent to unlock your team's potential and improve care.
Definitely. So maybe think about this before you go. What's the one thing you hope to learn that could make the biggest difference for your team and your animals right now? That's the kind of insight waiting for you.